Good morning. It is 6:45. Got one more row of cats to feed back at my house. I was talking about 2 or 3 weeks ago about warning signs and beginning of relationships or red flags or whatever, and how I've been a pro at pretending that they're not there. Well, I had a situation with a person that I was interested in, and she calls me at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, who is this? And she's like, oh, this is, and I'm like, what's going on? And so I didn't know that she had a man. I don't even know why, like, she took my phone number. You should say that you're in a relationship, but she's talking about her abusive boyfriend, da-da-da-da. He didn't punch her, but he did enough to get arrested in my book. And I just told her, I said, we were talking. I talked to her for like 45 minutes. Mind you, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, you know what I mean? And I said, you gotta file a police report. If this is what you said happened, and this has happened before, I don't know how long it's been going on. I'm not really trying to ask. But long story short, so we're talking, and she's like, well, if he comes over here, can I call you? And my first reaction was, yeah, absolutely. But I was like, no. I go, you can't call me if he comes over there. I said, I'm not a police officer, and you need to call the fucking police. You know what I mean? And so as the day went on, I was starting to think about it, and I said, in my life, I'm going to get emotionally invested in this as a man, always trying to be the fucking hero or the dude that gets it done. And I've done this before. I'm not doing this again. I'm not fucking, you're not, she texted me later and she didn't get a police report or fucking call the police, or she just said she documented it. And I was like, listen, I'm just going to be honest with you. In my 40 plus years of research, I'll probably see you guys together at the fucking grocery store hanging out. I said, so, you got to do what you got to do. I'm not a police officer. I gave you the best advice I could give you. I gave you my ear. I gave you my time. That's about as far as I'm willing to fucking go. And that's it. I'm not fucking a crisis counselor, and I just know how this goes. And then you're gonna take my time, which I don't have a lot of. We're gonna start doing XYZ, and then you're gonna be hanging out with him again in fucking 3 or 4 days. You know what I mean? And I just know, and I just told her, I said, you gotta take care of yourself. You're an adult. You're old enough to know better. And it is what it is. There's not much more I can offer you, And she's like, oh, I blocked him, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, exactly. Yeah, you blocked him. Yeah, because he'll be showing up at your house I said, I'm not, this is beyond what I want to do with my life and what I want to, I already know how this ends. You obviously don't have enough self-esteem to think that you deserve better, and you're going to consistently put up with this, and it's just going to be, I'm not trying to, don't get me wrong, as a human, I have no problem giving you some fucking advice or some time or whatever. That's no problem. But after that, one, I gave you my fucking phone number under the pretenses of obviously, whatever, interested in you, I guess would be the word. I have no problem giving somebody some advice. All right, you're in a situation. Okay, yeah, a decent thing to do is what I did. After that, I'm not, because you're not being accountable and you're not being responsible enough to be an adult to do the professional thing, which I should have did in my last relationship, But I'm just not putting myself out there like that. So, you know, you got to practice what you preach. You know, what would I tell somebody that was watching this channel out of the 3 people that do, you know, out of the 9 billion people on earth? I would tell them what I'm telling you right now. This isn't an optimal situation. And they always, 99% of the time, the girl goes back to the abuser for whatever, a plethora of fucking reasons. I don't know. I'm not Jordan Peterson, but I'm not fucking getting emotionally invested and then fucking a week from now, 2 weeks from now, you guys are holding hands, walking by in front of me, and you don't want to say hi to me because he's fucking O.J. Simpson or something. I'm just not happening. It's just not happening. Sorry. I'm not sorry.